Hello everyone and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Today we are going to do some paranormal investigations. It's probably someone just hiding in the basement. Let's talk to Kim first, see if he has
Yes.
anything to say. No, really, I need to put more logic jokes. Put logic jokes. What the fuck did I just say? Need to put more logic points into it.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Calm down. What the fuck? Okay, seems like this would be a good place to equip the flashlight. But first, let's read some books.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Like, this is a Portuguese first name. This is Spanish. This is a Spanish last name. And this is like, this is Italian. And this is like how an English speaker would spell this. It would have a tilde around the A. So João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. So yeah, this is a very Latin man.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes.
Oh
You
fuck.
ready?
Sure.
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first Innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
I have no fucking idea.
Then go with your best guess. Isn't that what students are trained to do when they don't know the answer?
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first Innocence.
The Pericarnassian?
Correct. Nothing much
Yay.
is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first Innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest Innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody. An Innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an Innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least the parts that matter.
Yeah, I thought you were going to give me the answer.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
Immensely.
Great. Incorrect.
Fuck.
While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the innocentic system itself, not to mention beautiful, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again? Just stay clear of this one, okay? There's something terrible about this one.
What?
Who knows? You feel like you lost her somehow. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. This is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
Okay.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't her.
Okay. Who was the first innocence? I already said who was the first innocence. Someone forgot to record an additional line.
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation.
So, some good, some bad.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue.
Did this motherfucker invent capitalism?
Question 3. Who was the false innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information. Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members. There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault.
Okay, I'm gonna bet that the name The Despicable is some kind of a hint.
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable,
Fuck.
regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Okay, so Kedra is a place, so it's this guy.
Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen.
Anti-Pope, anti-Pope.
The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra.
Sounds like a fun dude.
You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind. I've got it, honest. Of course, this is my thing, the reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
It's not.
0 doubts. Correct.
Haha,
The West
fuck
might
yeah.
see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a C, vaguely passable. A solid effort.
That's good enough.
Nothing much else to show. Nice going, mediocrity man.
Thank you.
You would have done better if you'd just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
You arrogant book.
What's going on with you? Okay.
You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Okay, and let's leave the other books for later.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
So this was a gym.
What is this place?
It's an adventure.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
But supernatural explanations are more fun. Blocked the path. Anything to say, Kim?
Yes.
Nope. Creepy. Production schedule. Filament memory. The fuck does this do? Price 50. I guess we can sell this? To whom? Be read using a radio computer. Okay, I guess we need a radio computer, whatever the fuck that is. Money! We have monies.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Seems like a reasonable assumption.
You should adopt one of those Wilkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin.
Sounds like a tremendous idea.
One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
One of them is a welcome supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Sounds like a lovely place.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Sounds ominous.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
How the fuck do I know what that is?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
So this is like a giant game of D&D.
They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Someone very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
Sad.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Ooh, spooky. There's a bear. We're obviously gonna leave the bear for last. Can't go straight for the bear. There seems like more shit to explore down there, so let's go back.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other.
It's the
Near the
ghosts.
smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm
Wait,
hallucinating.
really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
It feels safe to know that the lieutenant's got your back, now and always.
I don't think I like where this is heading.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Nope, 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 nope. This is going exactly where I thought it was going. Nope, we are not of the Dutch persuasion. This is not a harmless Christmas tradition. We are not gonna do blackface.
Yes, how grown up. The furnace agrees. The lieutenant seems relieved as well.
Yeah.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
How do you know?
Always has to be the skeptic, this man. Something breaks loose in you.
Oh my god,
A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
success!
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
A hollow ring echoes
Fuck.
through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
This was a horrible idea. Oh fuck. Am I gonna...
You feel something in your chest. An unnatural pressure.
Are you fucking
It's
kidding me?
spreading to your left arm. Your jaw. Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. Oh, all you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would.
I died
You
from
only see
stabbing my
pain
toe?
and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented. that it...
We've seen this one before. Damn it! What the... Seriously? Where's the continue game option? You're fucking kidding me, right? I did not just lose an hour worth of gameplay. You gotta be joking. I'm gonna pause the recording because this gotta be a joke. I'll bring you back when I figure out what's happening. So, apparently I did lose an hour's worth of gameplay. This is annoying. Well, I guess I'm gonna cut it short for this episode. I'm gonna try to play through to where we last left off, and I'll bring you back next episode. As always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, do the things that made the algorithm happy. My name has been Pope, and I will see you all next time.